Okay, so I'm going to talk about making mistakes. So when you're playing and you're soloing, you're obviously going to make a lot of mistakes. Like no matter what chords you're playing, no matter what scales you're playing, you're going to play notes that are wrong in that scale, accidentally. But the thing you got to learn is to move through those mistakes. So whenever you're playing like a D minor 7, I'm just going to be soloing, and I'm going to solo like how I solo, and just show you like the mistakes that I would make, and then how I would go forward, move forward with them, rather than stopping all my playing because I just made a mistake. So you got to push through it. You got to somehow make that mistake like work with what you're going to play next. So you use every mistake as like a material for making your future, for making some more music. So I'm going to solo just as if I was soloing. So there, that E right there, that would have, it sounded like a mistake, right? It's like, oh, that doesn't sound very good on this chord. Oh, that's a mistake. But instead of labeling it as a mistake, I just take it in turn, and then I just use that to somehow move me to another note that sounds a little bit better. And then I use that mistake to give a lot more color to my playing. So I'm going to make a lot of quote unquote mistakes here, and just watch how I kind of rebound from them instead. So. So that was da 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 da. So if maybe I accidentally played that note like da 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 da, but then I immediately go to another note that sounds better than that note, or less dissonant. So there, that would have, if I had stopped there, it would have felt like a mistake. But oh, that's kind of a cool quote. Like the only thing that is a mistake is stopping when you make a mistake, and that's what makes it a mistake. Because if you stop, then it's like, oh, I played a wrong note. like you don't want to do that. You want to just take the mistake in turn and just, and I use that mistake as more material for what I'm playing. So let's apply this to like chords that we know. So let's do it in, how about C minor? Because we've been doing a lot of D minor 7 and C major. So let's do C minor. So our scale is this 2-flat scale. But with this scale, I can use any of the other notes if I want to. Because the scale is never concrete. Like over this chord. Like I can use different notes if I want to, but this is the general scale that I want to go for. But so if I were going to make mistakes here, like I would be playing notes that aren't in this scale. So that would be like an A flat here, or a G flat here. Just anything that's not this right here, the C Dorian. So I'm going to play some mistake notes, like this G flat, A flat, or D flat. And then I'm going to rebound from it and make it work in my soloing. And so there, I use whatever mistakes that I made, to give myself more material for what I'm going to play right afterwards. Or it's like you make a mistake and then you just rebound from it, then make a mistake, rebound from it, and then you start to think of mistakes not so much as something wrong. It's more something that is helping you in a way. I mean, over time you want to not play notes that sound dissonant. And if you didn't mean to, I mean, obviously you want to correct that. But in the case of you're performing or something, when you make a mistake, it makes you much more creative. Like you have to be more creative because you have to make that mistake work, whatever note that it was that you played. So just try practicing this. So like just practice over any of the scales that you've learned. You can try it on this C minor. and just try playing one of these wrong notes, but then move it to a note that sounds good in the scale that you're in. So just try to rebound from it. So play a wrong note on purpose and then use any of the other notes to make it sound better.